Hello and welcome to part 4 of 5 of our Amazon mini course, Mastering Private Label on Amazon. In this video, you get to see how an 8-figure per year Amazon seller creates a world-class, one-of-a-kind Amazon listing. The photos, the copywriting, the description, everything that makes it so that when a customer clicks on your listing, they will feel like a fool if they go and buy any other product. Now remember, if you missed part 3 of our mini course, we talked all about product sourcing. You can go and check that video by clicking the link above me. Well, without further ado, get your notepad and pen. Let's jump in to listing optimization. Listing optimization, part 4 of 5, Mastering Private Label on Amazon. Your listing is what sells customers on your product. And here at Private Label Masters, I teach my students to have the highest standards for their listings, and that is for a good reason. So why is it important to have such high standards and invest in a great product listing? 3 reasons. Number 1, superior images and photos is what entices buyers to purchase. Number 2, a high quality title, bullets, and description convince buyers to purchase. And finally, strategic keyword choices enable your listing to show up in search results. If we don't have the right keywords in your listing, when customers go to search for your product, they will never find it and you will not get sales. Here are the different images you need for your listing. Number 1, a white background image. You need a white background image for your main image on Amazon. That is according to their terms of service. Here we can see 2 phenomenal examples of a white background image. They almost feel 3D, like they're jumping out at you, and they fill up the whole space of the image. Notice as I hover my mouse over it, it fills it edge to edge, and it feels like a high quality product, and it's almost 3D coming out at you. Now, your main image is arguably one of the most important images for your listing, and that's because that's the image that potential customers see as they scroll through search results. Again, it needs to be white image, and it needs to really pop out at customers. Now, the next type of image is a lifestyle image. These allow you to show your product in use. Now, we have 2, again, great examples. Here on the left, we have this vegetable or fruit strainer. You can really get the sense of what it's like to hold it. You can probably hear the sounds of that water dripping. And on the right, you can see using this cutting board and the smile on this woman's face. You see how these lifestyle images really bring your product to life? This helps buyers see the benefits of your product in greater detail. If all your products just had that white background image, it wouldn't have that same feel, evoke that same emotion in the buyer. Now, here's another image that you need in your listing, and these are infographics, and these help highlight specific key features and benefits of your product. It allows customers to understand the key differentiators of your product. We can see a great example here. If all they had was a white background image of the tent or even a lifestyle version of the tent, you wouldn't know specific dimensions. You wouldn't know specific features and benefits that are written along the side here. These are the power of infographics. Now, an important note, you're going to want to do it right the first time. Each aspect of creating a world-class listing, such as the photos and images, which we just talked about, or the copywriting, which we're going to talk about next. If you come to market with weak versions of those, you will not win. And you've spent so much time, investment, finding the best product, doing all this research, samples, ordering it, and you're going to come to market with weak images, you will not beat out the competition, and that's what our goal is. So make sure to do it right the first time and follow these steps. Let's now look into the second area to create a world-class listing, and that is your listing copy. So the first step we need to focus on with good listing copy is our keyword research. This is a crucial step in creating converting copy because it is how customers find you on Amazon. Just think about it. When you go to search on Amazon and you type in a description of the product you're interested in, for a product to show up in search results and on the front page, whatever you typed has to be somewhere in the listing copy. Now think about that for your own product. You're going to want to know every type of keyword or any keyword phrases that the majority of people type in so that you can put it within your listing so that when customers type it, your product will show up. And to find out what the best keywords are, I highly recommend a tool by Helium 10 called Cerebro. Let me give you an example of how we can kind of use Cerebro and build out our world-class listing. So the first area is our title. And the title is where we typically put the most important keywords that we're trying to rank for. For example, Let's say we had that gazebo tent that I showed an example of in the infographics. We'd want to go onto a tool such as Cerebro and find highly relevant keywords that also have a lot of search volume so that we can put those in our title, which are the main keywords our product will rank for. So we have an example here. We have gazebo. It has a Cerebro IQ score of 59,000, and it has a search volume of 59,000. Then we want to put canopy in, 45,000 search volume, and canopy tent, 39,889 search volume. Now, each of these three keywords we know is highly specific to that product. And imagine if we missed one of these keywords, how many less searches a month will we have on our product? And less searches mean less customers mean less purchases means less money in your pocket. So we want to make sure we find every single keyword and keyword phrase. And again, the most important ones we put in our title. Next, we have our bullets. These allow you to highlight quick talking points about your product. We can see a great example here. They typically will give you 5 bullet points per product listing. You'll want to make sure you really tell a story. You get the emotions involved of the customers, but not only that, you interlace those keywords that we want to show up in search results. Now, the next area of our listing copy is the description. Now, these tend to include more keywords and more descriptive details of our product. We can see an example here of a description. You see how there's a lot more area to work with compared to your title or your bullets. Another area of your listing where you can add more images and also more copy is a place called A+ content on your listing. Now, this is only available to brand registered sellers, which means that you have a trademark that you have filed and you have registered within Amazon Seller Central for brand registry. If so, it gives you all this extra real estate for customers to see, and the more pictures you can show and the more beautiful and enticing listing copy that you can share, the higher chances your listing will convert even more. Here's a great example of A+ content. Extra pictures, extra listing copy to help get you that sale. Now, we also have a hidden area on the back end of our listings that the public cannot see. This is your back end detail page, and this is an area where you can put even more keywords. Let's say there's some keywords, but you couldn't find a place within your bullets or your title that makes sense for them. You can place these extra keywords in your back end, which will again help you rank for more search keywords. I teach my students to take full advantage of every aspect of your listing, including this back end search keyword section. So it's the combination of everything that we've talked about that really helps convert shoppers, not just having one type of image, multiple type of images, and really impressive ones. It's not just about having a great title, it's all the copy within your listing, the title, the bullets, the description, and A+ content if you have that too. When you put those all together at a very high level, you get a very powerful, world-class, high-converting Amazon listing, which will make you a ton of sales. So how do we take our images and write our copy? We don't do any of that. Instead, we hire the professionals. Why do we work with professionals? A few different reasons. Number one, they know how to create world-class assets for your brand, whether it's the images or the copy. Number two, they can save you time and the headache of trying to master everything. You don't have time to be the best photographer in the land. You don't have time to be the best copywriter in the land. So you go and find those professionals who are and hire them. They also already know what works and what doesn't work on the Amazon platform because this is all they do. Let's look over a brief summary of what we've talked about in regards to listing optimization. Number one, we want to have superior images and photos compared to the competition. These would include a white background main image, lifestyle images showing the product in use, and infographic images, which really deep dive the benefits and features and specifics of our product. We also want to have valuable keywords interlaced throughout our copywriting, our title, our bullets, our description, so that not only does it entice buyers by what it says, but it also those keywords are interlaced so that we rank well for different searches. Finally, we want to do it right the first time, and because that, we hire professionals. So what are next steps? Now that we have our listing ready, it's time to get ready to launch our product to the front page and start getting sales. You can check out our next video in regards to launching and ranking your product by clicking the video right here, and I'll see you in that video.